There is an update to the story involving the bikers who attacked a person in an SUV in New York City. Now, if you guys can remember, the situation escalated to the point where the SUV driver, a gentleman by the name of Alexis Lean, literally ran over a biker. And after he did so, he got off the highway, was on the street when bikers basically barged into his car, pulled him out, and started beating him. At least 5 bikers were beating him at one time. Now, there is an update to that story, and the update basically includes 3 off-duty police officers that were part of that group of bikers. Now, right now, it's unclear as to why they were with the bikers, but we do know that one of them was an undercover detective, and the reason why he didn't want to reveal himself is because he didn't want to blow his cover. But the story is a little problematic because he didn't go to authorities and let them know that he had witnessed the crime, or at least that chaotic scene, until 4 days after it occurred. And they had already started an investigation into this matter. Now, there was also 1 police sergeant involved in this, and there was another off-duty police officer. But they are probably going to face some serious consequences for not coming forward quick enough. And authorities are also trying to understand why they were there, what they were doing, and what they failed to do, because no one stopped that altercation from occurring.
So there's 2 sets of issues here. Number one, you can't wait 4 days, as Anna pointed out. You know, even if you're an undercover cop, you got to go and say, hey, listen, I saw it. You got to report it, and then there is, I imagine, a procedure with which you would follow. My guess is that undercover cops oftentimes see crime happening. Mm-hmm. They're undercover, right? And apparently, from the reporting we've got from CBS News in New York, it appears that they did not follow procedure. That's why it's an issue. And 4 days in, seems like you were covering up. In fact, you can be charged with a crime for not coming forward because you didn't allow the district attorney to gather the evidence that they needed to gather. You're
hindering the investigation, which of course is problematic. Authorities are trying to understand what exactly occurred, who's at fault here. There have been 2 arrests so far. 2 of the bikers, 35-year-old Robert Sims and 37-year-old Reginald Chance, have been arrested for their involvement here. There are 2 other bikers that could be arrested soon. Their information has been given to the press, and they're trying to find where these people are. But Reginald Chance actually has, this is crazy, 21 prior arrests on his record, including robbery and drug charges. And going back to the original video that we did, you don't think that's a big deal?
No. I'm amazed by that.
I know.
Because every day we report a story of like, oh, somebody did a couple of drugs, they're getting life in prison. Somebody sold $160 worth of drugs, 3 strikes, life in prison.
Yeah.
21 arrests.
I know.
And he's out there still beating people, and he's 37 years old. How many chances are you going to get? So there's this weird injustice in our system where it seems like we can find you 100 cases of people that did minor offenses that get so long a sentence, and people who just keep getting arrested over and over again, there's never any consequence.
Right. And, just going back to the original video we did, we got a lot of angry reaction to that video, understandably so. I mean, people are getting hurt, and people put themselves in the shoes of the guy who was in the car, with his 2-year-old in the car, with his wife in the car. And I just want to say, I totally understand why he reacted the way he did in that moment, where he drove away. I mean, if you are surrounded by bikers, you have this instinct to protect your family. If you feel like you're in danger, you have an instinct to protect your family. The only thing we were saying in the original video is we don't know the full details. No one knows the full details. People can show us videos, they can show us news reports, but at this point, the details are still sketchy. This is an ongoing investigation.
Yeah, just let it work itself out, right? So just because the guy has a 2-year-old and his wife in the car, and the other guy has a rap sheet that has 21 prior arrests on it, doesn't mean that the biker is wrong and the SUV guy is right. Now, look, it looks like the SUV guy is right. On the other hand, he did run over 2 other people, and one of them who's paralyzed. So let's
just wait for more information.
And I know we're the only people saying that. Everybody else is like out for blood on the bikers, right? And on the cops themselves, the second issue is there's also a statement out there talking about, hey, the police are looking into what groups the off-duty officers are involved in. So don't get the wrong idea that they were just super undercover with Sons of Anarchy and that's why they couldn't say anything. It seems like, at least it's very confusing reporting, but it looks like some of them just might be in that group. You know, they're cops and they're in that group, which, by the way, also doesn't make them criminals.
No.
Right? But they should report what they saw, and it's unclear what the other two cops that were off duty saw or didn't see at this point. And one last thing, in the midst of all this confusion, there is one, in my opinion, clear hero here, and it's witness Sergio Consuegra.
Good job.
Well, I try. And I'm not sure it was a good job. Anyway, he sees this, and he said, look, it had 5 different guys significantly beating the driver of the SUV. And then he finally stepped in and said, guys, you can't do this, right?
Think about how scary that is and how courageous you have to be to step in when 5 bikers are violently beating someone on the street.
And he said somebody opened the door to drag out the wife and the 2-year-old. But he said, to be fair, a lot of the other bikers were yelling, don't do it, don't touch the wife or the kid, right? So it's a really interesting story with a lot of conflicting reports on it, but we do know Sergio was a great guy, and he did actually help to stop them from hitting him any further after they'd done significant damage.